them with open arms. So please, if you see any of these brothers or sisters that are here tonight, please welcome them, exchange contact information with them, um, do anything that you can to help them, share any tips that you might have about living in Beaumont. I'd like to start by having some of our newly relocated Muslims come to the stage. And each one will briefly introduce themselves, maybe tell us a little bit about why you decided to come to Beaumont or had to move to Beaumont. Tell us a little bit about the city so far, your experience, and maybe any feedback that you might have for our community. So if I call your name, please come up. You can stand in a line, and we'll just go one by one. Dr. Minhaz al-Islam, please come up on the stage. Dr. Ahmed Abdul Hakim, Brother Javed Ahmed, Brother Omar Shafiq, Brother Ramiz Ashimo, Dr. Abdul Nasser,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, as Brother Saif just mentioned, I'm new to the community. I just moved from New York City. I'm a doctor by profession. My friends and family, they call me Minhaz. My full name is Minhaz al-Islam. I just actually completed my residency program in New York City. I was looking for a job, and I was kind of looking closer towards the south of the United States, and I found a position here in Beaumont that seemed very good. I didn't know too much about the community, but I did look up on Google Maps. I saw there was like 2 mosques here, so I was like, there's definitely a Muslim community here for sure. So I came, I interviewed for the position. I liked it, and then I reached out to one of the masjids, the Jamia Masjid, and lo and behold, Imam Yasir, who's sitting over here, he actually picked up the phone, and I had a conversation with him, just asked him about the community. He told me about the Muslim community here, how it's strong. Even though it's a small city, we do have, and as I see, a large Muslim population here in concentration for the city itself. And that gave me a little bit more confidence to come here. So I did my istikhara, I made the decision to take the job here. I relocated and officially moved in July 1st. And since then, I've had a great time, gotten to know some of the brothers. Brother Saif, who was here right before me, the Imam Saab, Yasir, and several other brothers in the community. And I hope to get to know more and more people and try to give back whatever I can from my side to the community, and also see the community grow for as long as I'm here. And with that said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ahmed Abdul Hakim. I'm originally from Egypt. I moved to Beaumont a year ago, and I was fortunate to be here today. The reason why I came to Beaumont because I was selected among a group of awesome residents to pursue their training in Baptist Hospital, Southeast Texas. It's been a year. I still remember the first night I came to here and I did my first prayer in our masjid. I get to meet Sheikh Yasser. He was preparing for Salat al-Maghrib, and at the same time he was like having a group of young kids teaching them how to recite Quran. I was surprised his Arabic is awesome. He was speaking Arabic way perfect, more than me, and I was fortunate to meet such a wonderful person. I get to know about the efforts that he is exerting with the help of the board members on how to get all the Muslim community members together here. I see a lot of efforts, for example, that they do the summer school for the young kids, and recently they did the rituals of Hajj to teach the young kids, and also for the new brothers and sisters who revert to Islam. Also, he's trying to help these newly reverted brother and sister, like to go to Mecca, doing Hajj and Umrah. All these good efforts like made me feel like fortunate to be part of that community, and I'm glad to be here for at least another couple of years, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Omar Shafiq. I'm originally from Pakistan. I've now. By profession, I'm an engineer and oil and gas professional. I moved to Beaumont about 10 months ago, and frankly speaking, when I had to move for work, and frankly speaking, when I wasn't really excited to move to Beaumont because the feedback that I always received was there's not a whole lot to do over here. I mean, whatever you have to do, you have to go to Houston. But thankfully, and I'm really glad that I met the Sheikh Yasser and got introduced myself to the board members in the community. So I've lived in small towns elsewhere in Texas, a couple of other small towns. So I think the mosque is always there, the community is always there. The biggest difference at this community or this mosque is the welcomeness to for the new members. And the way they invite everybody to the different social activities, not just the prayer, not just the 5 times prayer, but all the activities that we do together. And I think that makes a big difference, and that makes a whole lot of experience living in Beaumont, much better. So look forward for many years over here, and really glad to be here. And inshallah, we'll be always be ready to help anybody who's who have recently located or any professional help or anything. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Ramiz Hashimo. I moved to Beaumont last November, all the way from Mozambique, Southeast Africa. I came here for a better job opportunity in Total Port Arthur refinery. I came here with my wife, my 6-year-old daughter, and my 1-year-old son. I feel blessed to get to know Masjid Jamia since I've started participating in that masjid. One thing that I can realize is that people that travel a lot, that moves back and forth, they feel homesick. And I started feeling homesick. But by getting to know people at the masjid, and especially the board members, so the humbleness from those board members, their kindness, their open arms, always with a smile on their face, that brought me some peace in mind, and also made me feel like home. And that's not only for me, but also for my family. So I've got my daughter engaged in the activities in the masjid, and she misses our family, but at the same time she got close friends, and she can now move on with life and more happy. So Jazakallah khair for everything that the board members have been doing, and may Allah reward everyone, especially the Imam. He's been leading a lot of activities, so may Allah reward you with the highest level of reward. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum. Last but not least, my name is Abdel Nasser Eldek. I am originally from Egypt. I lived a little bit in 2 years in Netherlands, and I came to the United States in 2001. And since then I lived in Mississippi. I got my degree in Mississippi from the University of Mississippi. And then I worked at Jackson State University as a professor in electrical engineering. And there I was so active with the community, Muslim community there. I was a member in the board there, the Mississippi Muslim Association, and also I was doing khutbah for 2 masjids there, alhamdulillah. And then I applied here at Lamar University as a department chair for electrical engineering. And during the interview, it was in Ramadan, I came here to the masjid, to the south, the masjid in the south. I met some brothers, from them brother Shahid. And alhamdulillah, I like the community, I like the city, and alhamdulillah, I got the job and started here in July 11. So I hope that we will see some activities in the 2 masjids, especially for kids and also for adults. especially after, for example, for Eid, and I'm so happy that we have these activities here. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to everybody. Thank you for introducing yourself. We also have a special guest for you today. We're going to have State Senator Robert Nichols come up, and he's going to say a few words for us.
First of all, thank you very much for the invitation to be here. Tony reached out personally to me, and I said I would come. I live 3 hours from here, so we drove 3 hours here just to be at this event. Tomorrow we'll go back 3 hours, just for y'all. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here. They asked me to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in the Texas Senate for 16 years now. In the last redistricting, I picked up the Beaumont area as well as the mid-counties and Port Arthur. I'm not a stranger. I actually am a Lamar graduate. I'm an engineering graduate. So I was tickled to see several engineers up here. And my father was a Beaumont High graduate because our family used to live here. So I enjoyed the area. I've been representing counties next to you for over decades. And so we began coming down and spending a lot of time trying to get all over the county. But my background, other than engineering, after I got out of college, I spent the next 25 years basically in the plastics business. And I built my own companies, and so I made my own payroll. So I know what it's like for a lot of you business people. When you borrow money, you gotta pay it back, and making payroll, things like that. After that 25 years, I sold those businesses, and I decided to do public service. Governor Bush, President George W. Bush, when he was governor of Texas, appointed me over the transportation department agency for the state. I did that for 9.5 years, and then I ran for the Senate. So this Senate district has over 1 million people in it. It has 18 counties. It's bigger than 9 U.S. states. But I do not feel like I'm a stranger to the area, and I'm looking forward to representing y'all in the Texas Senate. You'll see me often and all over the place. I do a lot of one-on-ones. Nobody ever hears about it except those people I go to meet. But it's very important. So I appreciate, again, the opportunity to be here. They asked everybody to keep it brief. It's about as brief as I get it, because I can sure talk a long time. All right, thank you very much.